Hey, what's up, guys? So what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to give you guys my non-spoiler review of The Last of Us HBO show episode 1, and I'm also going to have Dekon and DomtheBomb, two YouTubers who are very close friends of mine, and they're going to give you guys their thoughts as well. But before that, they're also going to in the first 15 minutes of the video, we're going to talk about our experience going to the HBO event for The Last of Us HBO show, and then after that, we're going to give you guys our full-on non-spoiler review thoughts for that. And if you just want to, skip straight to the non-spoiler review, you're going to see it on this minute of this video, so skip to that. But if you want to, see everything that we, experience over there, plus, the non-spoiler review, well, I hope you guys enjoy the video, and I'll see you guys right there for our conversation between DomtheBomb and Dekon. Hey, what's up, guys? So, we're here for the non-spoiler review of The Last of Us HBO show with my friend Dekon down here and Mr. DomtheBomb right here. Introduce yourself, guys. Hello, how you guys doing? Everything good?
Good, man.
Good. Look, I know this is kind of the first time we kind of do this, so we're gonna break the ice and shit. So, first of all, I guess where I want to start the non-spoiler review is just basically ask you guys, because I know you guys went to the event. So, Dom, I want to start with you first. How was the event in LA? Because I heard you did some stuff down there.
Describe the experience.
Yeah, describe the experience. Yeah.
Okay, so I mean, overall, I'd give it like a 6 or a 5 in terms of how it was, though, because the weather. I mean, it was raining the whole day. Me and my +1, we had to go get an umbrella, and then turns out they had umbrellas, so we wasted $30. And
Oh
then
my
we
God.
had to stand.
Whoa, for one umbrella.
There was two. It was
Oh,
like
okay.
$20, $30. It was ridiculous. No, they were
Okay.
selling nothing. They knew what they were doing. They were selling umbrellas. It was a CVS or something, I think.
I mean, hey, if the umbrellas were the Last of Us umbrellas, then fine. But like, come
No,
on.
they were not. They were just like a red and purple regular umbrella. I don't know what exactly they were, but they made us stand in the rain for like 2-ish hours. There was like a couple different lines set up. They had the red carpet line, they had like priority access line, and they had just the regular people that got tickets. So now I was in the priority, so I got about the second row front, and then obviously they had all the red carpet people go. Man, I had some people comment on my stream that were in the red carpet, and I just I mean, it was awesome for me, but I still punched the air because they got the full experience, and they got their phones. My phone was locked in a pouch for 3-4 hours, couldn't take any pictures inside.
Oh my God, man.
It was awful. There's so many, like I saw a lot of people, and I couldn't take any pictures because I didn't have my phone because it was locked in the pouch, and the only way you can get the phone unlocked is walk out of the theater after it was over or during it and get it unlocked in case of an emergency or whatever the hell, So yeah, that all happens. Go in, they give us popcorn, drink, sit down, wait about another hour and a half because we have to wait for the red carpet to finish, and all we saw was like a generic Last of Us background screen with some cheesy music, some good music, but
They didn't put the Gustavo Santaolalla music?
I mean, the only one that noticed from Last of Us was Take On Me. That was it.
They had Take On Me at my event too.
Yeah.
Only Take On Me on repeats.
Only, but
I don't.
they had like 20 different songs. I knew some, I did not know some others. They put in David Bowie. They were playing. Oh, they were playing all
just
kinds
Take
of
On Me,
stuff.
the
A
original
bunch of
tune.
old music, but yeah. So held in I had to go to the bathroom the whole freaking time. Just held in because I didn't want to miss anything. I mean, but I could have gone to the bathroom for like an hour. Had just held in the whole time. Probably not good for my health, but I ate like 2 or 3 popcorns and had 1 drink, and we saw the whole episode. Man, it was 85 minutes, like they say, long. Then after that, it's done. I see people start clearing out, but everyone starts standing up near me, and I see Ashley Johnson, Troy Baker, Laura Bailey, Bella Ramsey, they're all talking to each other. And man, I was like, another time I'm like, man, my phone is just in this pouch. I can't take any.
I would be crying, bro. I would be like, no,
I was like,
this
man,
cannot be
I was, like,
happening to
looking
me.
I was looking over the balcony because we sat on the balcony, and
Hey, a win is a win. A win is a win. It is what
it
it
was
is.
a win to see them, but I wish I could have just gotten a
Yeah.
picture to show everybody. But
I feel you.
But you still got the biggest win in the night.
we, when we had to
Uh,
wait for it to show, we had to wait for all them to clear in. Now we had to wait for them all to clear out, which took about 20 minutes. So I'm like in the back. We can start to go walk down and stuff, and I walk out. This is like there's not many people left in the theater at this point. A lot of people already cleared out, and I have to go to the bathroom at this point. But I walk out and I see like a little to the right, down some stairs. I see Neil, see Laura Bailey. They're talking to each other. See Ashley Johnson and Troy Baker. They're all kind of in that area. They're just like kind of conversing and stuff. And I was like, oh my goodness, because my one friend that I went to with, she was like, man, you should go walk up to Neil and talk to him, like, and I'm like, I don't want to interrupt a conversation between him and Laura Bailey. Really didn't want to do that, I don't want to. I don't want my first impression of them to be that I just interrupted the conversation there. So I was just trying to wait for the right moment. But yeah, so I decided I'm going to the bathroom first. Went to the bathroom for like 2 minutes because I really had to go. Walk out. And then so I'm just casually just standing, waiting, you know. I see Ashley Johnson. She walks like right past me to go to the bathroom, I guess to wash her hands or whatever. But she was like
Yeah,
this
I
close. She
remember.
walked right past me. I just had like chills, It
I would
was
get
it
the
was
chills too, man. It's
crazy.
Ashley Johnson, man.
I don't want to say anything because I'm like, no, people are like, why didn't you say anything? I'm like, I'm not gonna interrupt her while she's going wash her hands or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah, exactly. That's common
Like that's
courtesy.
again,
You
I'm
told me.
just not gonna be disrespectful.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You told
So
me there were
yeah, that
people
all happened.
bowing
Then
to her, right?
what's
To
up?
Ashley, right? You told me people were bowing to Ashley,
Oh
right?
yeah, so my
In
plus
the,
one,
yeah.
he was telling me in the bathroom, that people were bowing down to Ashley. They were saying we're not worthy and stuff. We're not worthy. Yeah. Well, my mom, she don't know, she don't know who Ashley Johnson is because she don't follow stuff like she was asking like, why are they bowing down and stuff? And they said, oh yeah, this is the original Ellie in the game. And she's like, wow. And she was talking to this one person from Naughty Dog. And she said, she was talking about me. I don't know if they know, like maybe this person knows who I am, but she just didn't say like my name or anything, but she just said what I did and I'm a big fan and all that. So, um, cut all that. Um, I have to wait for her to get out and stuff. So, they're starting to like, we gotta clear everybody out. We gotta clear everybody out. So I'm like, crud. I'm like, oh man, I'm like, this is my only chance. I'm gonna be able to, at least, hey, if I'm not gonna be able to get, because I saw people taking pictures of Ashley with their phones. Of course, people that got the red carpet and stuff. Lucky
Mhm.
them, because they still had their
Yeah.
phones. But so Neil's done talking to Laura Bailey, and he starts talking to someone else. So, I kind of knew like this is my one chance, so probably my only chance. So I'm like hopeful. I'm like maybe I'll get something because I mean, me and him literally talked me the day before, and he's like, if you're here, if you're at the event and whatever, come up to me and say hi if you want,
Yeah.
and like shake your hand and stuff. So I go over there. I'm like Neil. I'm like he's like right here. I'm like right here, and I'm just trying to say his name, like wave, like just try to get his attention. Doesn't really hear me or see me. So I start walking around, and I go like maybe right here, like right in front of him, and I'm like Neil,
Oh.
and doesn't see me, and I'm like I don't have much time. So I did it again. I walked up a little bit. I'm like Neil again. So finally, he like turns his eyes and he looks straight at me, and I think he probably knew. He probably just knew that it was me because I mean I know he's seen my face before, but again I don't show my face the most on at
On
least
Twitter though, you
Twitter.
do. Very
On
fondly.
Twitter I do occasionally, but like I said, it's
Yeah,
much better
and
if
you
you
only
see my
show your
face.
face in streams too, so like you don't really like
Yeah,
do it like in regular
I
content.
never. The reason I never really show my face in videos is because I just don't look photogenic, and most of the time I'm looking like this, where I'm looking just I'm looking like I just came out of a
Relatable.
lumber.
Guys can
Yeah,
relate. Guys can relate.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, um, so yeah, that all happened, and then yeah, he finally sees me. And he stops talking to this person he's having a conversation with, walks up to me, gives me a handshake, and then he gives me a hug, and then first thing he says to me, he's like, "What did you think?" And I was like, "Man." I mean, the second he gave me, a handshake was like good enough, man. But a hug, when he gave me that hug, I was like, holy crap.
It's
I mean,
gonna
I
be
didn't expect.
amazing.
I mean, listen. I've never met him like I'm pretty sure he's known of my existence for a while, but I've never met him like that. And that was my first impression I got of him. Like, wow, like didn't have to do that at all. I
Yeah,
just
yeah.
expected maybe a handshake and a little conversation. So, I don't know if I want to share the whole conversation, but um, we he basically just told me what I thought and stuff, and I told him my thoughts, and we talked about a couple other things. And as they're starting to kick us out, I didn't have much time. I wish I could have had more time because I would have asked a bunch of questions and stuff. If I ever had a long conversation. Um,
Mhm.
But yeah, we had a conversation, and then when that ended, I basically just said like, "Hey man, my phone's in this pouch. Can I take a picture?" I'm like, "Cause I don't want to forget this. Cause obviously I didn't get able to take a picture of anybody. I have Ashley Johnson there, Troy Baker, Laura Bailey. They're like all next to me and stuff. Like I can't take pictures. Like it sucks because honestly, if I had my phone, I'd be like, "Hey, can I take a picture?" Like, I pretty much would probably have asked almost all of them if I could take a picture. But yeah. So that all happens. Neil's like, "Hey, I'll take a picture on my phone for you." I'm like,
Very
no.
humble of him to
I'm
do.
like, no freaking way, dude. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah. So he comes up to me, grabs my shoulder, and he's just like, he grabs his phone. He's like, he just takes a picture, man. He's like, takes the picture. I had no clue how to react because I mean, I don't want to have like like a weird face because there's only like one,
You got to put
one.
the photo in.
The anime girl photo.
It's fire. It's
There's
fire.
only one chance for the photo. So yeah, he took the photo and he's like, and I'm like, I'm like, thank you so much and all that. And he's like, I'll just send it to you on
Very humble for
Twitter
him to
and
do,
stuff.
bro.
Yeah.
Again,
A lot of
for people don't understand, I said this yesterday on my stream. This is my first impression of him. I've never, like I said, I've talked to him occasionally on Twitter and other stuff, but like that was my first face-to-face kind of thing, meeting with him and stuff. And that was my first impression, is that he is a very nice, very genuine, very down-to-earth guy that
Gotcha.
he gets a lot of crap from people, but he doesn't necessarily deserve it. He's such a nice guy. He's very passionate about what he does.
Hey,
Like
man.
people can say what they want about if they think I'm paid or think I have some bias around my opinion, but generally there's a lot of celebrities and a lot of people that have clout and attention that would not give the time of day or would just be
Never.
like, nah,
Never.
into it. And
Yeah.
he even if I'm not someone that's just like a regular fan, he still did that for me, which again I'm never gonna forget that. It's something that's always gonna be there, man. I'm never gonna forget that memory. So did all that, walked out, got my pouch and the phone, finally got the phone out of the pouch and stuff, and got to take some photos, at least of the outside and stuff, which was nice. But yeah, there was an after party afterwards. Unfortunately, was not invited to that. Would have loved to have been invited to that, but unfortunately, I was not.
I saw the girlfriend reviews video where they were invited to the after party. It looked awesome.
I've seen another YouTuber do a short on it. I've seen some pictures. It looked really nice. I wish, because they had like cocktails and stuff, and I do kind of like cocktails. I would have liked to have
You imagine you imagine a happy drunk Dom in an after party just going crazy there.
I mean, well, they had all the cast there. I mean, I would have been able probably to converse with a lot of them, which it's okay. At the end of the day, I'm very humble for regardless of getting this opportunity, because maybe down the line, eventually, it will happen. Maybe for season 2.
Hopefully, yeah. Hopefully, yeah.
But
it's
just I'm very proud of what I accomplished. I mean, I had to. This is all last minute, 5 minutes. I got like 5 days in advance. I was notified of this, so I told you, I would have gone with you if I had not gotten an email about this. So yeah, I had to spend upwards of almost $2,000 to make this whole trip happen. But I was very glad.
Oh, it's worth it. It's worth it.
My family to help me out for that, because I would have gone by myself if I really wanted to, but my family didn't really.
Yeah.
So yeah, we got home and I got to actually visit the poster down.
Sorry. Oh man, man.
So yeah, I got to visit the poster downtown. At least I think I don't know exactly where it was, but I got to visit the poster with Threefold and stuff. It was really nice. Got to see that in full, and then I spent a couple of days on the beach and other stuff and had fun. I got home, and the rest is history.
That is amazing, man. And how about you, man? Dek, how about you? How was your experience in the event, and I guess your little first impressions of the episode as well? And then, of course, we're gonna drive right into our thoughts of the first episode without spoiling everything, of course. So let me know, bro. How was the event when you were visiting your family in Sweden, bro?
So my event in Sweden, wow. In terms of merch, I'm jealous of y'all. Yeah. Y'all got Firefly drip. Y'all got Hey, I got a Last of Us official water bottle though. Yes, sir. Yes,
Neil
sir.
Druckmann's tears.
Exactly.
And Neil Druckmann's tears.
No. Neil Druckmann made it from the tears of the community.
And the haters.
Exactly.
Okay.
But we got a lot of food. we got a lot of food and drinks, which y'all got like popcorn. He was like
Popcorn.
unlimited drinks, like roasted wine. And I had a friend, he's a bit of a casual. I managed to bring 3 people, and one of the friends is a casual. Oh, he missed 20 minutes of the episode. You couldn't drink in the theater, but there was a bar outside, so he went like out of the theater back and forth. And
Shots.
I'm like, bro, what are you doing? No, wine and beer actually. But yeah, because I guess y'all had like, I know AP's event, y'all had customized cocktails, and I think in the LA after party there was customized cocktails. Here there
Yeah, we
wasn't
just
any.
didn't, fortunately.
Yeah, here there wasn't any customized cocktails. It was just regular wine and like a light beer.
Yeah.
That's what I assumed. There was so much. There was quantity rather than quality.
Right.
Man, oh man, yeah. But other than that, the event was cool, I guess. There was some Swedish celebrities there. I don't really care for that. So I just went around, talked to my friends. They had music playing, Take on Me. They had clicker ambience noise playing. I know AP, you had clicker sounds playing.
Bro, I was
You
going.
We had none of that.
I was
The
in the.
bathroom.
I was in the bathroom taking an
bathroom.
actual
We had
piss,
none of that.
and then out of nowhere, the clicker sound like God literally starts playing in the back. And I'm taking a piss, bro. Like I'm mid piss. I hear that. I'm like, what the fuck? And I said in my video where I was like, I imagined, like I wasn't like super scared, but that threw me off. And that was like a nice little detail. But imagine somebody who genuinely gets scared and just like, starts spraying everywhere. Poor person that has to clean that shit.
Oh no, that probably could have happened.
that probably did happen. Especially if you're drunk.
Yeah, we didn't get any jump scare clicker noises, just regular clicker noises and like that. And we also, like Dom had to do the pouch thing, but we had like a plastic bag on our press. They
Right.
gave us a plastic bag and they just asked us to put it in the plastic bag. No inspection, no security check.
And the only way we can unlock those patches was with the magnet. that
Your
they had.
security was crazy, right?
Oh, they had
And
no, because all the celebrities were there. There was cops. They had all kinds of security. I mean,
Yeah.
when I walked out, I didn't mention this when I was talking, but when I walked out, yeah, Neil and all them had like security kind of like around them. They were
Oh, well,
people
it makes
walked
sense
up.
because there's
Yeah,
been a lot of
I know,
stuff
I get
happening
that.
online.
So
been a
they,
lot of
they were nice enough to let me walk up, which I do really greatly appreciate.
Yeah,
that
that's
they did.
nice. That's nice. For me, we didn't have security, but we had like cinema personnel walking around. I could see in the corner of my eyes while the episode was playing. Obviously, because they didn't take our phones; they just asked us to put it in the bag. So you had people I saw in the corner of my eyes walking around, probably making sure that nobody isn't recording.
Mind me asking though, do you
What's up?
have metal detectors?
No,
We had
nothing
metal
like that.
detectors.
Yeah, we had
Yeah.
metal detectors too.
It was
Yep.
it was a
Yeah, no.
green plastic bag with
Probably just an American thing,
sticky.
BP.
So y'all had high security. And
I just an American thing.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
I
we
don't
got
think it's an
security
American
everywhere.
thing. I think it's
I mean,
HBO
well,
different
event was-
priorities.
yeah.
I mean,
I get
here in America, we have a lot of the gun nuts, bro. So, I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
There's a lot of violence.
yeah.
Yeah.
And plus in New York, there's a lot of crazy people, so you just never know.
Did y'all have
Right,
any
I've never
when
been
the
to New York,
screening
so-
aired? Sorry to interrupt y'all. Did y'all have when the screening aired? Did y'all see people walking around making sure nobody recorded?
Oh, there was a in the bottom where where the cast and all that people sat.
Yeah.
There was at least about, I counted like 6 or 7 like buff black
like
suited
security. Yeah.
Yep.
In mine, it was like those securities were in the front and then out of the theater, but not inside the theater. I think there was one in the back or two, but there is a lot of like, I don't know, bro. I was just immersed in the experience. I wasn't really checking about that. I was talking with so many people there. Like, there was a few influencers that were there. We talked a lot about like literally everything, all about, and it was just like it was awesome. But I just did not notice like a lot of people. Even during the show, I was so immersed that I was not like checking anything around myself. It was.
The LA one was a zoo. There was like no time to converse or
I heard that was a
Yeah.
Speaking of dumb, like I heard in the LA one, I was messaging a viewer of ours actually that went to the event. She had gotten her tickets changed last minute because the actual
They might have had openings for the red carpet. At least
Yeah,
I got an email
exactly.
a couple days before saying the red carpet was filled, and if they have any openings, they'd let me know. But they
the
never.
actual carpet or whatever, it got flooded. And you can see that in a couple of interviews. I think Peter Pascal in an interview said, "Oh, we had to change locations. The shit got flooded." Like,
So where was it originally supposed to be?
I have no clue. Maybe it was like too close
Maybe the
to the
front,
outside.
maybe the actual front. The actual-
Exactly. Maybe it was too
Yeah.
close to the outside. because she had said that due to flooding, they changed her ticket last minute, and she got prioritized to the red carpet, which is crazy.
That's so lucky.
Wow.
Yeah. But hey, it is what it is.
What I
Overall,
found out-
like Go ahead.
What I found out about the red carpet is so they gave us a certain wristband.
Yeah.
We got red ones.
I got a red one too. Yeah.
We didn't get
But I
none.
believe the red carpet people got white ones.
Mm.
I guess they're all different. 'Cause when they checked in, you gotta have your wristband. They
got
checked
you, I got you.
stuff.
I think I saw in my event that once had a few people had white, and I think that meant that they were under the age of 21, so they couldn't drink. So those got fucked.
Oh, so yours didn't have
That's
a.
wild.
It was what was it? Was it 18 plus or 21 plus?
It was an 18 plus. It
Okay,
was 18
right.
plus, yeah. So if I'm not mistaken, I think the color was white for those under 21, and I had a red one, and I could drink a lot, and I drank a lot. I made sure, but I didn't get super drunk.
No alcohol. It makes sense. We had no alcohol.
Yeah.
I didn't want to dull my senses. That's clear-minded. I let it linger. But anyway.
Yeah. So one
that's
more,
about
yeah.
my event.
Cool.
No, that's
Oh, okay.
That's about my event. We should keep it streamlined, I think.
Cool.
Long story short, it was a cool event. Lack of protection, I guess. Like somebody Loki could have recorded that. Google Glass. Hey.
Mm.
Yeah.
Or like a camera in the hat.
In their tie.
You
Camera
never know.
in their
You never know.
I mean, people
But hey,
are
the highlight though, Last of Us official water, HBO Max, never recycling this.
With the haters' tears. There you go. All right. But yeah, it was that's absolutely fantastic. And I hope you guys that are viewing this are enjoying, our experience of what we did in the events. And of course, if you guys, because I'm not really gonna say what I did in the event, I already made a dedicated video for that. The link is gonna be in the description down below for my experience on the VIP screening in New York City for the Last of Us HBO show, episode 1. So now we're gonna get into the non-spoiler section of the first episode of the Last of Us HBO show, and I want to start actually asking you guys just a very simple question. What is the thing that you liked the most about the episode?
The ending. The
I'll let
ending
Beck go
scene.
first.
If you know what I'm talking about, the ending scene where
They'll
they
know.
changed
They'll know. They'll
something.
know later. They'll know.
They
They'll know.
changed something from the game and they added something. We've been
They'll
talking
know.
about this, y'all. AP
Yeah.
and me agreed that this is better than the game. Me and Dom said, Dom, you said you got chills during the speech. We can't say.
Yeah.
That is my
it was
one favorite moment of the entire
crazy.
episode. Yes,
Mhm.
sir.
How about you,
I have
Dom?
more, but I'm gonna leave it.
What I would probably say is how true it stays to the game. It diverges upon different new storylines, but mainline it follows the games, which again I've heard with a lot of these video game adaptations. I haven't seen them necessarily, but I've heard a lot of them are they just don't stick to the source material, and that's why I'm glad that Neil's involved with this, because having him there will make sure they don't go way off overboard or somewhere else. Because I mean, there's certain things when you see episode 1 that you'll be like, oh my goodness, so that's what happens with that, because you just stuff that they never got to in the games or covered. Stuff in the beginning you'll even notice, first 20 minutes, then later on, middle part, you're just gonna see a lot. It's special.
For me, just to add upon everything else, and not to really repeat what you guys said, I'm gonna add something else. My favorite thing, or second favorite thing, because Dom, you already said my favorite thing, which is basically that. But I would say my second favorite thing is Tommy. Gabriel Luna's performance as Tommy
I agree on that 100%.
is absolutely amazing. And I made sure that in my first impression video, I was just like supernatural, and I just got super hyped talking about Gabriel Luna because he's fucking amazing. Look, I'm not gonna say anything that he says. You guys have to see Tommy. Gabriel Luna as Tommy. Like, you can tell he played part 1, part 2. You can see the passion in that performance.
Man played the games. He knows what to bring.
Yes, the accent, dude.
Certain characters not playing, but this man's a gamer.
Look, he nailed it. He absolutely nailed it.
Of Jeffrey Pierce. He's so close to Jeffrey Pierce in the way he portrays Tommy.
And
Now-
we gotta add this little detail to that, though, is that the actual Tommy replied. I made a tweet where I said, Gabriel Luna,
Yeah.
just be ready. Just
Yeah.
be ready for Gabriel Luna.
Yeah.
He liked
With
the
AP
tweet,
as
and he's
well,
like,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
don't even need my approval. He's that good. You
Yeah.
don't even need my approval.
It's also awesome that he also like responded to my tweet as well when I said like Gabriel Luna, like he's absolutely fantastic. He's like, hell yeah, like that's absolutely awesome to see how the OG Tommy is like approval. This man is Tommy.
Don't even need to approve.
Yeah,
it.
doesn't
That's all good.
doesn't even need to approve it. Doesn't even.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Dad, what you said, it feels nostalgic what Gabriel Luna does. It feels
And Gabriel
nostalgic.
Luna, I did notice he even saw the tweet. He liked it. I noticed my
Nice.
tweet. Oh yeah,
Nice,
he's
nice.
aware. He's aware of the praises about this.
That is awesome.
Yeah,
He's gonna get AP was saying it best stand accounts.
Yes. We already see the Abby stand accounts. We're gonna get Gabriel Luna stand accounts. That's what we're gonna get, and I'm all for it, bro. Cause Gabriel Luna, wow, man. Hey, as a Latino, cause I'm a Latino, man. My man, you did me proud, my man. You did me proud. And another Latino that did me proud is Pedro Pascal, bro. That man, his twist to Joel is not, Troy Baker's Joel, but it's just, for me, I feel like he's more.
bro. This Joel is more traumatized, bro.
Yes, he's more traumatized.
There's a certain scene you'll see, I think, near the end of the episode where you'll probably see that.
Yeah.
Way more brutal, way more raw. Troy Baker said he likes Pedro's version, like he thinks he likes kind of more. I don't know. It's first episode, but I like what they did. It feels like
They're pushing
that
each
scene
other
that
for
we're
me.
Exactly. That scene
Yeah.
at the ending, I want that.
I gotta see more before I can say. I gotta see.
Yeah,
more. But
exactly.
he's-
Yeah, same.
Great
It's too
start,
soon to
great
say. It's
start,
too
Mike.
soon to say.
Great
They're
start, in my
really
opinion.
good. He is Joel. He is Joel with his own way. Bella's Ellie with
Oh,
her own
Bella,
way.
wow, yes.
They embody the characters, really well, but add their own twist to it. Like they feel more like Bella's Ramsey feels more cocky, more jokingly,
A little more smarter
more-
in certain
Exactly,
situations, yeah.
like a smart ass, which is Ellie early on.
Exactly.
And Pedro, he is just closing his heart. This isn't a spoiler, but let's talk about, like, I can say 20 years later. That's all I'm gonna say. 20 years later, the scene. 20 years later, Joel's heart is closed, man, and that is Joel.
And they
He
go
is
through
shutting
more
out
of his
this emotion.
backstory.
Exactly.
I like.
do like-
I do like what they do when they give a little context with Joel, Sarah, Tommy, and all that stuff. Yeah, like I really did like how Joel, well, at least this version of Joel, how Pedro Pascal gives it like a more of a dad vibe. Even though Troy Baker did that, we didn't see that much in the game. Like, Sarah and Joel, but in this show, they really do hit home. Like, this man is a dad that absolutely loves his daughter. That they joke around. They have like this, comedic relief between each other. It's nice what they do. And I absolutely love the way it begins because for me, at least, it just feels like we as the audience are connecting with it. And now that we don't have, gameplay, we can't, play with Bella. Sorry, not with Bella, with Sarah. We can't connect with her in that way. They give us extra scenes to the point where it makes us connect with them and makes us fall in love with them. And then, other the moments where you feel tense, the music is it's very minimalistic. It's like they use like the sound effects like boom boom, and they know how to, and it reminds me of the first soundtrack of Gustavo Santaolalla from the first The Last of Us, but it also, I feel like they kind of mix The Last of Us 1 and Last of Us Part 2 soundtracks together in certain moments, and I really did like that.
This even if you know what's gonna happen, like everyone that played the game knows what happens, it still feels tense. It still feels emotional. It still feels different because they've added that new stuff in that perfectly adds backstory to a lot of question marks and things that people had with the games. I mean, that's just like I said, they added a lot of stuff in that they weren't able to do with the game on a PlayStation 3.
Yeah.
It's excellent, executed well.
I
It's very refreshing.
I love how basically, you know, and this has always been my biggest critique. My favorite thing about video games is that you connect with these characters by literally playing as them. And sometimes you don't need, you know, the best story ever told in video games. Just by controlling them and seeing things by their point of view, it makes you connect with these characters. Like, for example, I like Days Gone. I know it's not a really good game. I know it's not a very masterful game or whatever, but I still connected in a way with, you know, Dekon's, you know, adventure and, you know, the stuff that he did in the game in certain parts. And I feel like that's the magic of video games. And the biggest challenge HBO had was, how do you transfer that to this? Those extra scenes completely just, you know, I don't need this. I don't need this. I really don't need this for this show. And it really does show how talented the cast are, how talented the director is. The cinematography was amazing in certain moments. And I cannot wait to see how Neil Druckmann, you know, it basically directs episode 2, because I think he's going to be the director for episode 2, right? So I'm excited to see that.
Yes, he is.
One other thing that I absolutely loved about this episode was just how, and I don't think this is really spoiling it, the chemistry, the instant chemistry from Bella Ramsey and Pedro Pascal's Joel and Ellie.
Yeah, I bring that up in my breakdown. It's insane.
Not long, but it's there.
It's not exactly. It's not long, but it's there. And for me, it's just like, I want to see more. And one of the things that I want to feed on.
That's the episode 2 is gonna start to.
Yeah.
Start building blocks. You're gonna start to notice, I think.
Yeah. Look, I'm super excited to just like see and experience more, because, for example, like feeding on what Dom said, like, you have seen the game, you know everything, and you still feel tense. The fact that that's how I was feeling the whole episode. I mean, for me, that just kind of just shows the quality and everything. And honestly, man,
the love they show.
Yeah, the love that they show to it.
Because I mean, I saw an interview yesterday. Craig was like, you know, there's no bigger fan than Neil and I. I'd agree to that, because you can tell, at least you got the man who created it, and you've got probably one of the biggest fans, which is Craig. Put them together, and you've got he's called it a love note to the fans. You know, he's gonna call even a second season, if they do one, a love note to the fans. That's the whole thing that we want to see. Yeah, that's what a lot of shows nowadays don't do. They don't show love to the fans. They trash on
the source material.
Video games, and
they diverge too much. Yeah.
I mean, like I said, I've never seen like Halo or the Resident Evil or any of these other video game adaptations that have just been ripped to oblivion. Like even the Uncharted movie, I didn't see any of that, but I've heard plenty.
I watched Halo. I watched Uncharted, and you know what? This is gonna. Wait.
It is my
controversial opinion.
Look, in my personal opinion, because I was literally gonna be like, "Fuck you guys, who did the show?" It's just, sorry, the movie. I watched it. I watched it again a few weeks ago. I felt super disrespected, and it's not that I really say fuck you to the ones who created, because I know they do so much to make it as good as they can, but the studio interference, the changes that they did, how low quality it felt in the writing, how like
was terrible. It was pretty bad. That's what I heard.
Dude, like,
the problem with the Uncharted movies that they remixed 4 movies into one. They remixed too many elements from all the 4th movies.
It felt so disjointed.
They had a character that did something that is not in line with his character
at all. And no, and
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, and feeding on the Uncharted movie. Uncharted is one of my favorite franchises of all time. But the problem is that if you put way too much in, you know, way too many of what happened in Uncharted 1, Uncharted 2, or whatever, it feels messy, it feels disjointed, it feels unfocused. And on top of that, as you just said, there's certain characters that do certain things that you just think to yourself, what the fuck, dude? That's just not how they would act. And
who knows if it's even gonna hit?
Yeah.
But I think it was his financial.
It sold well. It sold well financially, but critically.
No. Look, I love Tom Holland, and he did the best he could. But I'm sorry, the casting was just not on point. The writing was all over the place.
That's something when this series is over, you're gonna have to put one on a bar and one on the other, and just compare them side to side, and you're gonna see maybe that's something Uncharted needs to fix.
Dude, Uncharted. If they want to make another Uncharted movie, They need to get the original, creators on it. They need to get Naughty Dog on it. They need to get everyone who worked on it and, feed on the ideas, because it's just,
That's the risk they're doing with the games too. Maybe potentially they're going to do an Uncharted 5 reboot, and Naughty Dog's only going to be involved partially, not
Yeah.
even fully.
Yeah.
So there's a big risk there. Even if they're
Yeah.
helping, it's still a risk because you're potentially gonna
I feel you.
you're gonna make the franchise go.
I feel you. But if we cycle back to the Last of Us HBO show, when the Last of Us HBO show diverges, it does it good. It
Yes.
diverges in ways that adds. That's the problem with a lot of video games adaptations. They diverge and make things worse. When this diverged, it made it good. And in my opinion, the ending can't say no. That was done better. That was done better to me.
Yeah. So yeah, guys, is there anything else about the first episode that you guys like really, really enjoyed that still sticks into your minds, but of course that you can't spoil? Is there anything on?
I have to think about that one.
I got stuff.
Okay.
I got two of my favorite scenes. This ain't really a spoiler since we played the game. Joel meeting Ellie for the first time. That's one of my favorite scenes in the episode because, yeah.
There's one little moment there that like shocked the shit out of me. Yeah.
And then the scene towards the ending, which they do a big divergence from the games, and they do it way better than the games, in my opinion. It's a no-brainer that this happened, and I hope somebody mods this into The Last of Us, which will be impossible. You did probably
because you just add all the dialogue.
Like how wasn't that in the game? I'm just thinking, how wasn't that in the game? Like,
right?
Exactly. It would have been amazing.
I remember watching an interview with Neil recently. He just said he never thought The Last of Us was going to be a big thing. I mean,
I've always known, he said that, like, since 2013, there was, I think in the documentary he said that, and I made it for my 9th anniversary video of The Last of Us. He thought it was gonna flop, and look what it became, a franchise that sold almost 40 million copies.
Yeah,
it's giant, and this show will only bring
more people.
So I got a couple things now, actually.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things I don't think we really touched on was Marlene. That whole added storyline, there's going to be a lot. I mean, you've all seen it in the trailers a little bit. Not really spoiler, but, when you see what they've added and what they've done, and again, the same actress, with the character, it is perfection to me. Like that is something like they had, like, she is Marlene. There's no one else.
There's no one else.
And when you make, like, I know Marlene wasn't in the games the most, but when you make those little comparisons together, and what you see, like, even with stuff with part 2,
thinking about that, like, I want to see more of Marlene. I felt that we didn't get a lot of Marlene still in the episode.
I don't know, like I said, I think maybe with Anna and down the line they might show more before, obviously, get to the hospital and all that.
I think they have to because, like, now with
Anna, that would make sense because they know each other. There's storyline there. There's backstory.
Now that you mention it, Marlene was. Is this a spoiler? No, it's not a spoiler to say that I felt that she needed more screen time in the episode. Like, almost, yeah.
Right.
It was because when we're with Marlene, we're walking with her in gameplay, right?
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I mean? So it feels like she's longer in the game than she is in the show for the same scenes.
100%, yeah.
And then another thing I probably add is Anna Torv's tests. Her, I think she brings a completely different test to the table, and
she is more ruthless.
Yes.
That brings a new element to the character. Yeah, Anna Torv, throughout the episode, she'll display a lot.
She's a more brutal test. Way more. She ain't playing around.
I really did like her, not change in personality, but that little tweak, because Tess in the video game is still brutal, is still, like a cocky son of a bitch sometimes. She's like, hey, she has like this swag to her. But this one, she turned up the little. Yeah, it was. I really did like what that little subtle change to that. Yes, and I really did enjoy that. Now one thing that we did not mention at all, that for sure is not a spoiler, is the infected. In the beginning of this around the beginning of the episode, or a little bit later on, when they show up, holy shit! For me at least, I was surprised. Now, I didn't know if it was going to be better than the game or if it was going to be equal to it. I'm still thinking it's kind of equal to it, but I really did like, just how brutal certain scenes were with the infected, or just how scary some of them looked,
How they
they're
moved.
how they moved, dude, like stuff like that, how they looked. It was
Right.
crazy, bro.
The first infected you see,
Yeah.
and that was
That
well
was a
done.
nice scene.
They them into that very well.
Nice scene. I cannot wait to see finally the clickers, and I cannot wait to finally see the bloaters and everything, man. Because when they show up and those scenes come up,
Don't forget the stalkers.
the stalkers, bro. Those, and you know what? For me,
within one of the trailers.
that's gonna be extremely amazing to see. But yeah, that's
I want to see the basement, bro.
the basement scene. Yeah.
Hopefully they do that. I was playing the other day. I'm like, I gotta have this, and bro, shoot, imagine that in cinema.
You imagine if they do what's it called, the little hack that we used to do, like put like a nail bomb behind it just in case if there was any what's it called, any runner.
I don't know exactly. Like I said, they tone the violence down, so I don't know. Will they have nail bombs? I would hope so. But
That would be fantastic if they do. I mean, if they stay true to that. But
how you gonna survive the firefly?
well, everyone's like, oh man, he's gonna have to switch to flamethrower, then to his revolver, then there's like press L1 that keeps. I mean, the officer's not gonna have like a million weapons like he does.
Oh shit! Wait a minute.
Where's my assault rifle? Because he has an assault rifle. I've seen one of the early images, so he's gonna get one.
We can't say that in the.
That's not a spoiler. There's an
no, yeah, it's not a spoiler technically because we haven't even seen those episodes.
Yeah, no, but never mind. Cut this out. I thought you were talking about at the event.
No.
No, there's a
I'm so jealous.
Sitting down where he's holding an assault rifle.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
So I guess that's all kind of like, what we liked from the first episode. Before we leave and cut this video out, is there anything you probably disliked about the show? Is there anything that pops up to your mind? Do you think it was perfect? Do you think there's just this one little thing that kind of annoyed you or that could have been better? What give me, you guys, your thoughts on that.
I gave it a 9 out of 10. It wasn't perfect to me. There's, like I said, to some comparisons to the game, not everything was better. There's certain scenes when I compare to the game to them, it's just doesn't hit as much, unfortunately. But a lot of the stuff's good. But yeah, that would have to say is one of my pet peeves. Two, we just talked about earlier with Marlene. Probably wish she could have had a little more screen time and stuff. Because yeah, they just it's swept under the rug pretty fast. There's a certain character that I don't want to say their name as for spoilers, but I think how their character's done compared to the games, I did not like. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about.
I'm interested into seeing more of that
character that I feel like they're completely like it's just never really even a thing with them. Like there's a scene where there's a discussion and stuff. That's all I'll say. But then after that, it's just like, what the hell? What happened?
I actually like that because
that was good. But then afterwards, what they did, because remember what we saw in the game.
Yeah. It was more,
it's different, yeah. They did a little change there. They did a little change there to how it.
Things they changed like that. That was like, man, I wish they could have done a little bit more like the games with that,
No.
And then I'd probably also say, the music. I would like to see more of it, for certain, more of the original soundtrack. Because when they have it, it's perfect. But just need a little more. Just need a teeny little.
Just more. A little teeny more, yeah. How about you, Dekon? Is there anything you probably disliked?
No, just nitpicks, just the music or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's not like you can't have copy paste everywhere. So I understand that they do a little bit of a more minimalistic remix for the music.
Mm-hmm.
Dekon, you did say though. You anything close to the game is a win. That's how we see it. I mean, we're all realistic here. We know this isn't gonna be better than the games, and I mean, if I see all that, I would be shocked if by the end of the episode I'm like, man, this is better than the games. Certain moments, certain scenes will probably be.
Yeah,
but the whole thing overall,
like I said,
exactly. It's almost there. It's almost there, but not.
You're talking about one of the best video games ever made.
Yep.
Story wise and
but yeah, long story short, some moments better in the show, some moments better in the game. So yeah, it's mind blown, and yeah, I'm a music addict. So yeah, I'm gonna play the game and I'm gonna
Sure.
enjoy. And I'm gonna have that music the way it played there, more melody, more strings. Hey, we good. But
Yeah.
anyway,
For me, yeah, the music, if they can add it just a little more, tune it up a little more. I want to see more Gustavo Santaolalla. I want them to make me fucking cry. That's what I want. So I hope that in the, future more emotional scenes that, the soundtracks are just dialed up to 11. And but
I'm gonna be pissed off if
Y'all
they don't
didn't
have all gone in the hospital
y'all
scene.
didn't
yes,
clarify me. When certain scenes happen,
same.
how was the theater's reaction? Was it dead quiet? Was there tears?
For
Was there yelling?
me, man, in certain scenes and at the end of the episode and even during the episode, Joe, the crowd was just, it was, I wouldn't say it's like No Way Home crowd or whatever. No. But it was still great. Like the environment was amazing.
There were just certain scenes where everyone was just going.
Yep.
Like it was just like,
There were certain scenes. There was one scene in particular, and if you play the game, you know which one it is, where you start to hear, like around the theater.
Yeah, you
And I wasn't like, but I was crying. Like I know I was like,
yeah, because you already knew it was, yeah.
damn,
you
that
knew it
was crazy.
coming.
Yeah, you knew it was coming, but at the same time, like I said before, this show is so good that the thrilling moments, everything about the show, even though you know what's gonna happen, you have this feeling like if you don't know what's gonna happen, but you still do in the background. And it's just that's how immersed I was.
Oh, y'all are in for a treat.
Yes.
Because I've had people tell me I've never played the game. This has been my first experience. I'm like, y'all are lucky. In a way, I asked them what would they rather play first. I mean, I'd prefer the game, but I mean, honestly, if you want to go into this with your first impression being this,
Yeah, it's fantastic. It's fantastic. There was this one guy that I was talking to, and we were eating some chicken wings and drinking some alcohol after the event, and then basically he tells me, yeah, oh man, I love chicken wings, bro. Buffalo are amazing. But still, this guy was telling me, he's like, oh my god, dude, I've never played the games. I got a PlayStation 5, but I've never played them. I never played The Last of Us, but for me, this show was absolutely fantastic, and I cannot wait to see more. And you know what, man? I told him, dude, you have a PlayStation 5? He's like, yeah, I do. Buy the game right now and play it, because if you want to experience the ultimate experience, play it.
which
And
is on sale recently too.
and like we had a back and forth. We talked for like 5 minutes or whatever, and I literally convinced him to buy the game. He pulled up his phone and he literally like purchased in a PlayStation store, and he said, I'm gonna literally go home and play it right now. So let's see what he says later on. But dude,
It's awesome.
look, guys, you guys, when you watch the first episode today, if you're in the United States at 9 p.m. on HBO Max, you guys are in for a freaking treat. Look, there's very, very, very little to critique in the overall perspective. This
For the
is
first
an
episode, it nails.
for the first episode, and I heard
But again, it could change. It could even get better. We don't know.
I heard that
And
episode 2 is most.
Episode
I heard-
3, though, is the one everyone said. Again, episode 2 could be really good, but episode 3 is the one everyone said it's the best television they've probably seen in a long time. So get ready. I mean, I'm not gonna say it if you already heard, but yeah, I think you know what. It's
No. They said in interviews, episode 3 is the one that diverges the most.
Yes, that is
yes,
true.
Because you know the.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Let's not
They
say-
they take literally seconds of dialogue and like make it a whole episode in a way.
And boom, it's a whole episode.
And-
Yeah,
and
they
I-
said, like I said, HBO people said they brought them to tears. So get ready.
Look, I heard that and I heard some people that actually watched the whole season that they said that yes, episode 2 is as good as episode 1, but then episode 3 is like top notch, and the series literally explodes up right after episode 3. Like it goes up, and it never wavers. It never goes down and then up, because there's certain shows where it starts strong, then it goes down, then it goes a little bit up, then it goes down, and then it ends horribly or it ends okay. But then you leave the series with like a mixed feeling. Examples: Disney shows are literally like that. They start okay, then they go down, then they go up a little bit, and sometimes they end good and sometimes they stick the landing. And it really is very frustrating that lately television has been like that. The last television show that, for me at least, felt amazing, mostly, for the most seasons, and started okay, then went up, probably went down a little bit, but still, went like in a really like high trajectory, was Breaking Bad. And I heard there's a lot of people as well in the event that watch Breaking Bad and compare it to the Last of Us HBO show in the sense of quality. some people say they prefer Breaking Bad, some people say they prefer The Last of Us. That's how, like, you know, in that sense.
Look at the numbers. 97 on or 98 on
Yeah.
Rotten Tomato. IMDb just gave it, at least based on user reviews, 9.9 out of 10. Like I said, people think they think this is exaggerated. They think this is like, and of course, you know, no matter what, there's always gonna be those skeptics that say, oh yeah, it's rigged. Oh, it's the paid reviews. Like, but I mean, I'd say for everyone that has even have a portion of doubt, just to go watch the episode, go with an open mind, and see what you think.
Yeah.
Y'all gotta watch House of the Dragon and Game of Thrones, man. The way I heard AP said he ain't seen a good show in a while. House of the Dragon is the best show of last year.
I'm gonna check it. I haven't checked it.
Like
Me
HBO,
too, man.
I don't know what's going on with HBO, but they got something. They got a formula. They just got a lot of creative people like that. Anyway, y'all, it's been a blast.
It's been a blast, guys. Thank you so much thank you so much, guys, for being in this. Later on, we're going to do a spoiler video. It's either going to be a video or a live stream, whichever, you know, of those two happens. It's going to happen tonight after the episode drops, or right when the episode drops. So yes, stay tuned to my man DomtheBomb right here. I think that's how it will look. And then down here, my man Dek. I'm going to put all their channel links in the description down below. Give them a follow. Give them a follow on Twitter. All their information is going to be in the description down below. Thank you so much, guys, for being here. I love you guys, and honestly, cannot wait for episode 1 of The Last of Us HBO show. All right.
Appreciate y'all.
Peace, guys. Take care. I'll see you guys later. Endure and survive, my friends, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.